So welcome you all to the post-lunch session on day 2 of the short-term course on research methodology in engineering. Online participants, please confirm whether you are getting my voice and able to see my computer screen.
Yes, sir.
Just before the lunch, we were discussing about how to do the search. What are the places where you conduct the search? Like you will search through the books, you will search through the journal, and some basic information also available on internet in the form of web pages. Okay, so after learning how to conduct extensive search, we assume that you conduct your research, and after that you are ready for writing a research paper. Okay, so when you are ready to write your research paper, already we have learned last day also, there are three types of uh, uh, research papers you write down. So this is for specifically for journal paper I am saying. So one classification is journal paper, conference paper, book chapter, etc. In journal paper, again it is three different types. So first one is called a review article. So what is a review article in a journal paper? So this is a journal paper or journal article, journal manuscript, where authors write extensive review in a compact manner. For example, let's say you did a extensive literature search and you collected, let's say, approximately 200 journal articles on the topic of your research. You go through each and every article, you try to understand them, you make a note of the important points or important outcome in every article, because every article will highlight what new they have done. What they have done and why they have done. They have justified it because before they started their journey of research, it was not available in the open literature. So they have justified because of which they did this new thing. So it is not new today, but it was new on that day of writing their article. Okay. Then at the end, somewhere they might have written what are the challenges. Few things they might not have done because they faced some difficulty. Or a PhD student cannot work for infinite time. So he's completed around 5-6 years. He got some publication because of which only he stopped working on that particular topic. Okay. So there they will also list scope for future research. Clear? So when you go through them, what new thing they have done, you read them, you understand this, and scope for future research give you idea that if this article is new, you can start working on this topic. But if it is a 1972 paper, it was a scope for future research in 72. Somebody might have done in 75. So today it is no more a scope for future research. Clear? So based on all these contents of these 200 journals, you note down important aspects from every one and you try to fit them in a order to create a story. And you write an article. So simply what you are reporting all the existing works. You are not doing any kind of research. What you are doing the analysis only. You are doing the analysis only, existing work, and you are rearranging in a proper order to and create a suitable story. Then you write a article and decide to submit to a journal. So when you decide to submit to a journal, when you start your submission process, it will ask what is the nature of this manuscript. So is it a review article, is it a original research, or is it a short letter or communication? So this will be classified as a review article. What is review article? Here, whatever things reported, all of the things, or in few cases, most of the things are not the original creation of the author. It was developed or reported by some other people, and from their important points, important thoughts, and you might have did a little bit better elaboration. They might have not explained it properly, you might have explained it properly, or 2 3 work together, you might have joined them together, you might have given a better conclusion, etc. That is called a review article or a review journal paper. That means this paper reports a review of old work only. Clear? So being a researcher, since it is mandatory for you, in first stage you do the extensive literature review and you devote a appreciable amount of time out of your total time you devote towards your research. Why not this convert to a publication? Though this publication does not contain anything new, however, this publication is likely to give you more citation. That's why you will find out review articles will give you normally more citation than original research articles. Why? Simple. If you read one review article, in short, you can say it is equal to reading 70 original research articles, because that author given the gist or the important points of 70 articles. And wherever you feel you need to understand a particular work in little bit more detail, you open that article, because that reference details is given there. Clear? So your first objective and aim should be to publish your review article. Now, everything is result discussion, but it is not your result. It is somebody else's result. That I will show how a review article looks like. Content, everything I will discuss here. So important is here nothing is your original contribution. Only your original contribution is the way of presentation. The way of presentation should be original. Otherwise, just copy few things here, copy here, copy here, copy here, copy here. बोला हाँ मेरा पेपर बन गया है. The editor will reject within 2 seconds. Again, important thing, you are writing something which is already written. So again, there will be a plagiarism. So writing review paper is more difficult than writing original paper. Writing original paper is very easy because you have done the work, just to report it. You can do that, because nowhere you are claiming this work is done by you, because you initially declare it is a review article. So before going into this, I understand everything of this is not done by the author. In very rare occasion, maybe 5, 10, 15, up to 20% original work is reported. Because everybody will be interested your original work to be written as a original research article, not as a review article. But since you did lot of review, convert into a review article, and review article is going to give you more citation in long run. So your first objective should be to have the first publication should be your review article. Review article in the process of submission only. Clear? And it will be written. It is a review article. It will be written separately, or otherwise the review word in most cases will be part of the name of the title itself. A name of the title itself. So as I told yesterday, weightage is equal. Weightage is equal, but you cannot get a PhD degree by having 20 review articles. You may have a 20 SCI standard review article, but that will not give you a PhD degree, but that will give you a lot of citation, but not PhD degree. PhD degree requirement, whatever written is, actually they have, if you go to what of means, they will try to interpret the meaning of everything. So it is written to SCI journal, means we understand that the two SCI journal should not be review article. Original research. So bracket is original research. Clear? Okay. As I told yesterday, I did my first publication in PhD after 5 years, the research one. I joined in 2006. In 2009, I went to China to present a conference publication. It was basically a review article. So I had an idea of what is review article, but I had no idea that review article can also be submitted to a conference publication, for a conference also, for presenting a conference, because I have not done anything. I will go there and I will tell this fellow did this fellow did this fellow did this. So I had the idea that it is not allowed. But my guide said that you write a paper, you will submit to this conference and you go and you present. So I was little bit hesitant, but finally I went there, I presented this review article at the China conference. The most of the standard conferences, standard very good ones, will have a practice that after completion of the conference, they will do a analysis of the quality of every work reported. Whoever satisfied a certain standard, as I told you, normally conference articles are less qualitative than the journal articles, and content wise also very limited. So they will check it and they will decide some threshold quality and content. Whoever crosses that one, they will recommend to some journals. So they will have a tie up with some journals. Some good articles from our conference we will submit to you, to a conference. So in that case, sorry, to a journal. In that case, the understanding is that for a conference you have given copyright to this organizer, but the organizers will transfer the copyright to the journal if it is accepted to the journal. That means that so this is a good opportunity for journal paper without any trouble. But they will select you. They will tell you that we selected your paper for possible publication in a journal. If you are interested, kindly rewrite it according to the standard of the journal, because journal requirements will be different, and resubmit as. Clear? Then again they will review it. If it meets the journal standard, then they will accept it as journal paper. So, but please remember, if conference paper is this much, the journal paper will be this much. That means you have to add this much extra. No, there will be a limit in some journals. Some journals they do not have limit. For example, JFM, Journal of Fluid Mechanics, you can have 70, 80, 90 pages. But whereas other journals have limit. Earlier there was no limit, and now they are putting limit from their side also, because they are doing business. They want to sell a 26-page PDF for $20. They will say you split into two paper each. So now it will become $40. 13 pages one journal, 13 pages one article. So it is $20, $40. That's why from their business point of view, they discourage long ones. And from our side also, we want to have maximum number, because now the world is running behind number. Why I will publish one paper as this much? Why not I make this much as 5 paper? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we also do same thing only. So always it is an instinct now. Without training, that people will try to submit minimum thing to a journal. So what is minimum? There is nothing fixed. It will be come by virtue of your experience. इतना देना है कि वो एक्सेप्ट हो जाए, और पता चला आप थोड़ा कंजूसी करके वो रिजेक्ट कर देगा। Obviously journal na, but first conference then same in journal also possible, as I told you in this case na. This will give you a double situation. You get a one conference paper, one journal paper. But this will take more time. Please remember, this will take more time also. Because conference I told you it is a long procedure, one year. Standard conference is 1 year. Suppose if everything is my ready manuscript, today I can submit to journal, you can get standard is 3 months. So after 90 to 100 days, I will have journal paper ready. But if I start for conference, and after conference, again, there is no time limit. Sometimes it will take 2 years, 3 years also, this procedure. So here to here, it will take 3 years like that. So this is a long process. So in my case, what happened? After conference, they selected it for publication in International Journal of Hydrogen Energy. It is a very good journal. However, they had some deadlines, and my supervisor did not check the deadline. So we missed the deadline to submit. So it was a mistake from my supervisor side. So we lost the opportunity. Clear? So then what we did? We explored what are the other possible journals where we can submit. So again, we submitted to another journal, and it got published as a journal in the year 2011. And this time, since we are publishing to a brand new journal, so here whatever given, same thing cannot be given here. So it was written almost brand new. So that was the difficulty we faced, but it published in 2011. So you see, this was a 2009 June. So this is 2011. I do not remember the month, probably again May, June something. That means you see, it delayed by 2 years. And for this one, probably the preparation started in 2008. So this 6 to 7, 1 year, my most focus was on coursework, because at IIT Kanpur coursework is very difficult. It is the most severe in India. Dropout rate is very high there. So then this 1 year I did some work, simultaneous research and literature, that converted into a conference, and this conference converted into a journal, which became my first research article. So from day one, it took me 5 years. Okay, so now I will show that one. From there, you will understand what is the structure of a review journal article. I do not have that conference one, otherwise I could have some that conference also, so that you can compare them, you can understand also. So the name of the journal is Renewable and Sustainable Energy Reviews. The interestingly, the journal is a special journal which accepts only review articles, not original research. That is a one special kind of journal. Okay. And because of which the impact factor of the journal is very high. I do not remember the exact value, but on the day of publication, its impact factor was 5 point something. And we will discuss what is impact factor. The higher the value, the better the journal is. Today, I guess it should be 10 or more, something like that. Why impact factor was very high? Because all its papers are review articles. And I said review articles will give more citation. So impact factor is nothing but number of citations per article. That means in a journal, how many times one article is being cited by others. That is called the impact factor. You see, impact factor is 14.98 today, 15. So it is increased by three times now. Clear, impact factor is 15. So if you publish today in this journal, impact factor 15 means you get lot of credit here. So I publish it as 5, but today my journal, I will tell it is 15 only, because it will be your current value. It will be your current value, 14.98. Clear? So whoever in the field of energy, whatever may be your branch, mechanical, electrical, civil, computer, chemical, does not matter. You need to link it to energy. You can submit to this journal. You can note down it: renewable and sustainable energy reviews. Okay, so this is the article you see here. You asked us in morning whether you get a free hard copy or not. They will provide a free soft copy today. And that's right, author's personal copy. And you have some rights also. Author's personal copy you have right. You can give this personal copy to anybody. You are free to distribute it. There are some rules are there. Whatever you download, for example, if I download from NIT their website through NIT paid, I cannot put in public domain, because I am not the owner. They have given permission to read only, not to circulate. But author's personal copy is his personal property. I can recirculate it. So here also you will get an idea how a journal paper also looks like, whoever never seen. So initially at the top you will find out the name of the journal, and they might have some designs specific to theirs. Okay, and this is a review article. I should not not mentioned. I will tell you. First thing is, no, I will tell you. First thing you see, this is a review article, because how to know? 100% of articles published here is review. So by default, without looking at title, if you are taking from this journal, you should understand it is review. Second thing, from title also you will understand it is you see detail. Sometimes the word review will be there in the name itself, but sometimes it will not be there. But from the meaning you have to understand. Like you see, it says distributed hydrogen production from ethanol in a microfuel processor, issues and challenges. That means here it discuss what are the issues related to this topic and what are the challenges related to this topic. So had I been a research article, these issues and challenges word will not be there. So that's why you have to select proper words also. What will happen? In the review report, they will tell work is very good. However, the title is not suitable. So please modify suitably. They will tell. That is, work is good, but title is not good. That is, your communication skill is very poor. Okay, here you see there are 4 authors are there. I am the first author. Actually, this is a work I told you on hydrogen production. So my PhD topic was part of a research project, which was a 5 crore project dealing with 4 faculty members. And out of 4 faculty members, 2 were from mechanical, 2 were from chemical. Chemical faculties were responsible for, I told you, this catalysis, reaction part. Mechanical were responsible for this thermal part. So that's why here we have written together here. So this is again a PhD student that time. Now he is a faculty at IIT Guwahati. So you can say 50% of its contribution belongs to me and 50% to this second author. Third author is my supervisor. Fourth author is his supervisor. Clear? Okay. So you can see how long it took. Okay. Sorry, I think I told 11. I wrong. It was accepted in 2010, not 11. Okay. So we submitted in June, 7th June, accepted on 5th August. That means less than 60 days time taken to accept it. So I told you, if you are very lucky, you will get acceptance letter within 1 hour also. You send, editor is online, he will read it, he will become very happy, he will accept it. So once it happened to one of the papers of my supervisor also. So it depends on if you are have an emerging topic like that. So this was an article using a infrared imaging camera. So that time a brand new 45 lakhs infrared imaging camera was purchased. Some small experiments were done, and the results were reported were unique type. Nobody has reported results of that type. People have already worked in that field, but that fashion result was not available. Like you see thermal imaging camera, its specialty is it will work without light. It is based on the temperature radiation. Suppose there is a pipeline is there, inside a fluid is going, hot fluid, you will be able to see there hot fluid is going, with though it is a steel pipe. So this kind of result was not available earlier. So that's why it was accepted, I think, within 7 days only. So here you see, this is the structure of this particular journal. They give a content, so something similar to the book. Not every journal will have it. So this editing is done by them. So you should not, actually we do not submit like this. We submit in a other form. Once accepted, it will be converted to this form. How we submit that also I will show to you. Okay. Now you go for the content. Obviously, I told you, you are publishing means you are transferring your rights. You do not have rights. As a author, you have certain rights. What are the rights you have? You can distribute your personal copy. You can share the knowledge uh, in academic platforms, but you cannot do any business. I cannot sell this paper to anybody. I can distribute free of cost. Suppose you will tell me, give a copy of this. I can give it free of cost. But suppose I will say, okay, you give me 50 rupees, and you proved somehow that I have taken 50 rupees means, and you give a you give a report to them that he has taken 50 rupees from me, this they can take legal action against me. So that is the author rights I have. But they have the right that they will do business. So if you want to download this, actually this paper presently you cannot download from NIT campus also, because NIT has not purchased this one license to download. That means any of you, if you want, again you have to approach me for free copy or you have to purchase it. So here what is there? See here, you have the introduction, a little bit about since we are talking about renewable energy, so story will be energy is finishing this that, so we need a emerging field of energy, like that. Okay. So this is nothing research. This is based on textbook knowledge, etc. Then methods of hydrogen production. So if you go through textbooks, it will describe what are the methods, and research articles will give you what are the recent methods. Some new methods are. Okay. So accordingly it is written. So here you can see. Here different methods are given. Thermochemical, under thermochemical it is steam reforming, partial oxidation, autothermal, pyrolysis, electrolysis, photochemical. I hope everybody are acquainted little bit about this one. Then biohydrogen, etc. So that means you see here there is no much scope for us. So nothing we have created. Every knowledge exists somewhere. We compiled, we have read somewhere, and we have created a story. What is steam reforming, what is partial oxidation, it is just textbook information type only. But you cannot copy from here. You read 2-3 copies and then you write in your own language. So this is a chemical aspect, so it is written by that other student. I have not written it. Okay. Then why use ethanol? So this part I have written. Then here you see there are 4, actually there is a figure 1 is there. Figure 1 contains actually 4 figures. Each figure taken from one journal. So there are 4 journal, you can see 27 to 30 is there. So if you go to journal 27, this photo is there, 28 this is there, 29 this is there, 30 this is there. So what is my innovation? I combine all 4 photos into a single photo. Okay. Then I have given a this caption to this figure, and together there will be some description to this one. So this is my creation. Clear? But actually I have not given any new information, only existing information in a different form only. Now I have given reference. Na? I am not claiming it myself. I am not doing business. I am not doing business. So no permission is required. If I have to write, use it in a book, because from book I will get money, royalty, I need permission. In 99% cases, they will give permission free of cost. That means just to, it is a formality. Because if you write in a book means you are citing his article, so he is gaining popularity. So just a formality. I would like to say, give permission, use it in my book. Kindly allow. She will say, I am happy. That's all. अगर आपका दुश्मन है तो बोलेगा नहीं नहीं मैं 500 में रखेंगे. So you have to, and he will give in writing. Okay, you are allowed to use in the first edition of your book, and your book starts selling very good. So in news आता है कि ये book से बहुत profit हो रहा है. फिर then second edition when you go, he will increase it. नहीं 500 में नहीं होगा, अभी 10,000 चाहिए मुझे एक फोटो का. You have to pay 10,000. Otherwise you remove that photo. Okay. Then here you see integrated reactor system for steam reforming. So what we want to say here, out of different hydrogen production method, steam reforming method using ethanol is a renewable source. Why? Ethanol is plentifully available. How it is available? We can produce ethanol again from different source. One of the source is bio waste. What is bio waste? For example, all agricultural residue is called bio waste. Suppose corn. So if you go to the corn field, you will find out in terms of volume, we are using only one small volume of the total volume. In one corn plant, hardly there will be 4 to 6 corn only. Clear? But the volume of the plant is very big. So what presently they are doing? You might have got in news during winter season in Uttar Pradesh and that area. People, they dry it and they lit fire there. That creates a lot of pollution problem. So use that to create bioethanol. That's why ethanol is being mixed with petrol, blending. So it started in Brazil. Presently in India also it is legal to mix ethanol to a certain percentage. So whatever petrol you are getting, purchasing, this is not pure petrol. Some amount of ethanol is already mixed there. Okay, so ethanol cost is also very low. So that's why if we use ethanol produce hydrogen, we can say it is a renewable source. So it's a basic concept explained here. So what concept says? You mix ethanol with water, you heat it to 600 degrees centigrade, that is 873 Kelvin. Then it passes through some catalysis layers. Then it will produce hydrogen. So this is a simple story. So details will be in technicalities there. This is already written somewhere. What we did, the same information I rewritten here in the form of a diagram. This diagram nowhere exists. This is created by me. Clear? So I have given like that. This is a schematic of an integrated reactor system. And what we are saying here, here for mixing, now we are told to use micro mixture. We told use a micro mixture. Mixture means mixing. And use a micro heat exchanger. Why you told? Because its surface area per unit volume will be high. And more surface area means there is a more scope for chemical reaction. So there will be more conversion. Clear? So information is old, presented in a new form. So, so this writing and this diagram is done by me. Okay. So then, myself being a thermal engineer, I told you I do not know about chemistry much. Only these 2-3 reactions I inquired with that chemical fellow. He explained me, then I wrote it because these are very simple reactions. High school days, you balance left and right. That much I remember. So that we confirmed here. And after that, what it says in the during reaction, some amount of heat is liberated, and it is a heating system. So we want to use the liberated heat to be input for the incoming fluid to be heating. So that design is required such that when water is when the mixture is entering, it will receive heat from the other side of the plate where reaction is going on. For example, here reaction is going on, fluid will start journey here, so it will receive the heat from the bottom to here, and by the time it reaches, again it will generate some energy, again it will give to the other coming fluid. So this way the efficiency will increase. This is the plan. So here we explained ki what is the challenges you face in designing that heat exchanger, small one. Okay. And here what is the importance of physical property? So every property is available in book only. We go through the literature. Then we find out what is the excess volume versus mole fraction of ethanol. This information is also there. I do not remember what is the exact form I took, probably tabular form or something, but I converted into plot. So this plot is my creation, but information is not my creation. Then here from one reference paper I got that key they have taken threshold diameter versus reduced pressure for other mixtures, and their information is given how to do these calculations. I did it for ethanol here for different cases here. So this is my creation. Okay, and similarly for water again. So idea I got from another paper where it was for other fluid, and I did for water and ethanol. But since these two are brand new, you can say in one sense, but these two is not going to give a full publication. Okay. So then some of these theories are there. So these are again from references from journals only. Again, this information again taken from some textbooks only. Sorry, not textbook. What is called property reference books, but converted into plot form. Okay. So this is for from mechanical part. So it is written by me, and from here onwards, it comes chemical. To be frank, I have never read this also. That fellow, my friend, he has written, he gave me, I compiled it and we submitted. I never read it. I also do not know what is written here. Okay, this is the chemistry part. Again, the summary and conclusion part is written by me. Okay, and approved by my supervisor. Final. Okay, then here if you see how many papers we have referred here, you can see the numbers here. It goes to 90. So review paper means it will be more number of references will be there. I have given na here. Written a DST. Because we are working on actually you see, in principle writing a review paper doesn't require financial assistance. Okay. But since the project funded 5 crore by DST, because we got the project, we decided to write this article. So indirectly credit goes to DST, because of whose money only we motivated to write this article. They said whoever gives birth, that lady is known as mother, but whoever gives the milk to baby, you can also call the baby mother. Birth नहीं दिया तो क्या हो, उसको तो बड़ा किया ना, तो भी तो mother ही है ना. Same principle here. So we have given the acknowledgement. No, here we have not. This is not a research, na. Whatever you observe, that we have written here. Clear? Actually, it is not mandated to write future scope. It depends on the researchers. Okay. So actually 90 is very less. But whatever I remember, that time papers were also available to be less. Relevant papers. Day by day, relevant paper is increasing. Today, the standard is your original research article should have minimum 60 references. Out of that, minimum to 35 should be included in literature of your original research article. And review article, what I guess nowadays it should be minimum 150 like that. नहीं ऐसी बात नहीं है, क्या होता है ना वो टेक्नोलॉजी के विथ इंक्रीजिंग टेक्नोलॉजी people are losing their capability to do work. They are becoming lazy. When I started my research in 2005, up to I think 2010 or 11 also, I have gone to library very frequently. That time, what to do, not to do these things at your office or lab, this will be done in the library. You go to the library, library will be full of journals. So what you will do, there will be a catalog box will be there at the entry of the library. And name of the journal, these things you will not search anywhere. It will be, you have to take the name from your seniors or the faculty. You know the name, okay. Uh, International Journal of Heat Transfer. So I got one name. So what I will do, as I told you, I will browse everything. Browse means there you go physically, you open one by one. So first I will do, okay, I have to locate the position of International Journal of Heat Mass Transfer. It says first floor, rake number 13. So I have to go to first floor, then I have to identify where is rake number 13. In rake number 13, there will be so many journals will be there. So then I will identify. So it starts from 1900. Suppose the journal is 70 years old. So it is 2050, 2052, like that. I need 2073 article. Somehow I came to know, or otherwise, suppose I am browsing, what I will do, I will start from 2050. I will take 5 copies, there will be a table will be there. Oh, inside the library, you take to the table, you keep it there, you open one by one, and you see the article, and you will have a copy, you note down, is it okay or not? Then after extensive search of this much books, then you decide, okay, I will take a Xerox copy of 5 articles, because for Xerox you need to pay money. Okay, and today 10 rupees is nothing, but that time it was a 60 paisa, but we have to think 2 times before we have to do the Xerox. Then what we will do, we will create one small chirkut, small white paper. वो paper उधर डालना है, because whoever do Xerox, how he will know? He will not do Xerox in front of you. There will be so many people there. You will give and submit there. It will be in queue for Xerox. So you will write here page number 65 to 72. So there will be on 65 that paper should be there. Then again, suppose there are multiple places to be printed to be Xerox. Again, page number 95 to 203. Again, there will be another circuit will be there. So then whatever 7, 8, or 10 books are there, you take them and you keep them with that. You will, okay, you come after 2 days. That fellow will believe that कि वो जेरॉक्स करेगा तो आप आके लेंगे. अभी तो पूछेगा नहीं, अरे तुम आओगे कि नहीं आओगे क्या पता नहीं. But that time faith was there. So you surrender there and you go after 2 days. Sometimes वो बोलेगा कि नहीं अभी नहीं हुआ है, आप कल आओ. So then you go there, he will do Xerox, because you see, he will open that page, he will see, then he will do one by one Xerox, because that is a book also, he will open and keep it. So it will take time. And we will bring that Xerox, we will staple it. This much of will be there. Still I am having printed ones that I printed in 2005. Still it is having in my office now. So this was a tedious job, but it was a pleasure going library. Nowadays students, they do not see how library looks inside. There sometimes we need very old issues, 1930s, 1920. So you need to go old section. Then you are in big trouble, because उधर आने के बाद आपको ड्रेस साफ करना पड़ेगा. It will be a dusty environment there. No, you have to read all, na. You have to read all, na. Without reading, how you will write? I read all the 90 papers, obviously. I will read 90 papers, but every paper I will, while reading, I will highlight it. Okay. Then while writing, I will read that part maybe 2, 3 times again. So that's why I told you, writing review paper is not easy. It is not your original contribution. मतलब बिना कुछ काम करके रिव्यू पेपर लिख सकते हो, लेकिन उसके लिए बहुत ज्यादा टाइम चाहिए. You need extra. That's why review paper gets more recognition also. Okay. So next question is how to search a review paper. So when you do your review, you should collect review papers, because if you collect 20 review paper, it is equivalent to collecting 200 journal papers. So what you do, for example, suppose I will go to Science Direct. I want review papers on the topic macro channel. So what I will do, I will write here macro channel. Then I will put review there. Then you press here. all the articles at the top you will see definitely will be review articles. First one says a critical review of the straight and wavy microchannel. So this indicates it is a review paper. Again, okay, but they have submitted is a research article. They have submitted is a, that means they declare it is a research article, but it is a review paper. Why I say review paper means most of the content is review in nature. And second one, they declared as a review paper. That's why it is written as review article. Open access means they might have paid money for reader to be free here. रीडर के लिए फ्री है, उसने पैसा दिया है. एंड ये वाला ग्रीन है क्योंकि एनआईटी ने पैसा दिया है. हाँ, फुल टेक्स्ट एसेस, एनआईटी पेड. इफ यू ट्राई रेट दिखाएगा, वो बोला पैसा निकालो. ओके, purchase, purchase and you pay 25, 35 US dollar, whatever the rate may be. So here you see a review. This is a review article. A review on. This is a review article. Okay. And sometimes it will return instead of review a state of the art. State of the art on this. Alternative review will be something like that. It is a comprehensive review. Review. Okay. So you see all are review articles. A comprehensive review. Okay, comprehensive means detailed review. Now state of that means details. You see, its word in that context is same. Suppose you will type here. You may get, you may not get exact word. Okay. I think state of that, nothing is there. So something like you have to try different. Suppose issues and challenges are right. You see, I have searched issues and challenges, but it is giving review paper only. That means from keyword they might have said that key issues and challenges means that fellow is looking for review paper. So accordingly, algorithm is set like that. Okay. So you can open one of the two papers and you can see here already I have opened it. A critical review of the state and wavy macro channel. Okay. So you see this paper. Critical review of state. So this is a review article. So here, if you go to the bottom, you see number of papers they've cited is 193. The more you write means more you covered. And depending on how you presented, likely to be accepted. But is it not that key you copy paste and you keep 360 paper, you expect it to be published. Then another paper I have taken again here, modeling review and recent progress. Recent progress also indicates it is a review one. Okay. So this paper I downloaded, here it is 135. Okay, if you see the inside content page, you can see here what is there. It says fluid flow and heat transfer in microchannel heat sink, modeling review and recent progress. So here you see here, this is one they have given. This is from, so review article you see there will be a lot of figures will be there. So this is from paper 29. This is from one paper. Okay, so like that from the, here you have given a lot of it. Also tabular form also they write many things. Collect the data. In that paper may not be exactly same form may be given. For example, you see here, author Feng et al. Channel shape is rectangular, channel material copper, DH is 67, like that. They've read the paper and extracted this data and decided that key I will make a tabular form. First वाला रहेगा paper name, that is author. Second में कौन सा channel का shape है. Then what is the channel material? What is the hydraulic diameter of the channel? What is the Reynolds number range? What is the fluid use? And what are the dimensions, like this. So you will decide this one. So accordingly from every paper you will read. You see, without reading all this paper, how you will get this data? So you have to read them. But please remember, nothing to be worried, no need to remember everything. You need to remember short time only.
Sir, how? Sir, one question is there.
Please. Please repeat your
Sir,
question.
how, sir, how to know the area is saturated or not?
Area is saturated or not? If more and more papers are being published on the topic in the present year, means it is a hot topic. If less and less, means it is a saturated topic.
Yeah, if in current year lots of paper is got published, then it's a hot topic.
No, actually it is a one way, not it is the exclusive way to. For example, I will tell you, from your personal experience, you say IC engine is not a hot topic because the world is moving towards electric vehicle, hydrogen vehicle. But still, lot of paper are coming on IC engine. So there are a group of publishers that they are doing micro. But I do not recommend to do PhD on IC engine now, because if you do PhD today on IC engine, can you guide for next 30 years? IC engine, after 30 years, no IC engine will there. So what will happen? You have to struggle to adopt a new field to guide your students.
Okay, sir. So they say I am working in advanced materials, sir.
Now, advanced materials, there is no saturation. So it is infinite scope for developing new material. It is emerging forever because it is a diverging field. So you can think for metal and non-metal mixing. So it may be possible. I do not know tomorrow. You see, if you closely observe present whatever research going on in the field of IC engine, they have never developed any engine. For example, you see one petrol engine developed, one diesel engine developed before 1900. For whole 100 years, nothing new developed. Only development is changing the micro changes in the improvement. Okay, not a brand new technology came. Suddenly a brand new technology came. Hydrogen energy technology for running a vehicle, electric energy for running a vehicle suddenly came. But in these 100 years, nothing developed. So what people developed is they will mix Jatropha with petrol, Jatropha with diesel, and they will change the percentage, and they will run in a petrol engine or diesel engine. If you are using a Jatropha fuel, why not develop a Jatropha engine? Nobody work in Jatropha engine. They will use a petrol engine. They will mix Jatropha with petrol. So that we call micro development. That is not actually full-fledged research. That is a jugaad research.
If I am writing a review paper, then
please repeat.
sir, suppose I am writing. Sir, suppose I am writing a review paper by reading lots of paper, but what I am written, it's matching with another review. Then publisher be published or rejected.
Obviously reject it. You see, anything already written, it will be a plagiarism. You see, it happens. I will tell, okay, you tell 5 lines about Gandhiji. You may never anywhere read about Gandhiji. These 5 lines you instantly tell from your brain, but by coincidence it may happen exactly same 5 lines written in a textbook. So what other people will feel? This fellow copied from this book. You might not have copied, but for the world, it is assumed that you have copied from this textbook. So whatever already reported in open literature, including specific words, that same thing cannot be used. You cannot claim that without reading, I have written it. So can you show any documentary proof for that one? So that's why it may be your bad luck. You have written yourself only, but you do not have any other option other than again rewrite it. So if you write multiple times, you are getting same language only, matching with other thing. So you take help of other fellow. You tell the story, you ask them to write it. Is it clear?
Sir.
Obviously, that is called citation. Obviously, now you see, you want to tell this. Actually, you see, logically, what should happen? Instead of writing this one, just tell ki the algorithm used here in our research is as given in name of that paper. In this way, you will save the space. There, the reviewer should have given the comment that no need to rewrite it again. Kindly stop with citation only. But there are both plus and minus is there. Suppose you read it, that algorithm is not given, only number given. So then you have to find out number 5 हाँ ये वाला पेपर. अब वो पेपर को ढूंढो उसको पढ़ो. Since it is given, directly you read it. That is advantage. But disadvantage is, again, in the whole literature you see here 5 page, here 5 page, but total is actually 9 page. Same page is 2 times repeated. So after reading 2 times, you come to know that this is same algorithm only. You wasted your time. That is another aspect. That you see, there it needs to see the context. If it was very much necessary to report it, then it will not be considered as plagiarism. Because what is plagiarism? If you say it is mine, then it is plagiarism. If you say it is not mine, it is not plagiarism. Plagiarism means you see, wherever you are not written, it is others, by default, it is assumed that you are claiming it is mine. Anything reported in the paper not cited means you are claiming it is your work. If it is found matching with others means we assume you have done copy paste. That is called plagiarism. Any more doubt here, or we will move forward? Okay. So next we will go for the second one, that is called original research article. Okay. So here, how to publish a original research article? The first thing is you should first conduct original research. पहले original research करना है, उसके बाद publication के बारे में सोचना है. Without working, every day dreaming for a publication is not good. Okay. So we assume that you did a good work. Now you are planning for a publication. So that's why I say you should understand what is a good manuscript. So whatever you have written is known as the manuscript. In Hindi, we call it Pandulipi. In Odia also, manuscript. Earlier, it is used to be written in hand. Now we type it. Okay. Author's creation is known as manuscript. Okay. So you should try to write a good manuscript. So how to know whether it is good or bad? There is a structure is there. You have to follow the structure. What is the structure? It says, first you should write title of your article. And title should be concise, precise, as small as possible, but gives full information about the content of your article. Again, this is a art. How to tell many things using limited words. So this is a art. Art cannot be done by experience only. For example, here we have a 2-hour session English grammar, but after leaving this short-term course, your English grammar will not suddenly change. You need to give continuous time to change your English grammar. Clear? Here this will motivate you to improve your grammar. This will not change your grammar. Please remember that way. So first will be your title. Below the title, you will have your abstract. Abstract page limit will be decided by the journal. So you go through the journal. So every journal will have author instruction. So before you submit, you read the author instruction. preferably you make a printout of the author introduction, you make underline of every points there, thoroughly read it, keep them in your brain for some time. Accordingly, you prepare the manuscript. Abstract, it says 200 words means it should be 200 or below. But if it says 200, you cannot have 60 words. It says under 200, 60 is also under 200. But 200 means it should be nearer to 200. It should not be far away from 200. And you should try to explain maximum thing in abstract. Then keywords. Keywords are used to help future researchers to search your article. So you can only best decide what is the keyword, the important word out of your research. It should be 4 to 6. However, some journal they give option minimum 2, maximum 6, but I recommend minimum 4 personally. Then the content, you can remember this as a formula IMRAD, IMRAD, I for introduction, M for methods, R for results, and D for discussion. So that means what is there? First you will have introduction section, then you will have the method, elaborating your work, then you will have the results and discussion section. Clear? After results and discussion, you will have a summary and conclusion. Okay. Then you will give acknowledgement. Like I have shown one acknowledgement in my review paper, acknowledging the DST. They have given the fund. Suppression of fact is a crime. That's why if you received help or funding from somebody, you should write it there. But you should not acknowledge somebody who has never helped. Boss का नाम लिख देंगे. Boss never helped you to make him happy. So it says if you are acknowledging somebody, person means you should take their consent. Otherwise, बाद में वो बोलेगा नहीं मैं तो कुछ हेल्प नहीं किया. That means you are in trouble. उसको बोल देने कि भाई I am writing or acknowledge because you helped me. So बोलेगा अरे नहीं मैं तो छोटा सा हेल्प किया इसमें क्या acknowledgement देना है. बोला ठीक है बढ़िया है चलो उसमें full credit will go to me. Acknowledge means you are giving some credit to him also, na? You do not know how to do plotting. So your friend helps. So you can write input provided by Mr. X and Y towards the plotting. That means people will understand कि इसको plotting नहीं आता है. तो तुम्हारा credit 98 या 95 है, उसको भी 4-5 जाता है, वो अच्छा सा plot बनाया. But अगर वो बोला रहे ये छोटा सा क्या है मेरा नाम देंगे, that means you get the full credit. So you should be thankful that person कि he do not want acknowledgement. But if he wants, you should give it. But free में किसी को acknowledgement नहीं करना है जिसने help नहीं किया है. Then comes your references. References means list of papers what you read earlier in proper places citing them. Then supplementary data, this is not mandatory. Sometimes you have some extra data, you can give it for better understanding of your reader. What can be supplementary data? Every detailed information cannot be presented here. And for example, you did some study, you explain the phenomena, but you did a video recording. Video can present many things, what you cannot explain in words. So you can upload a video to YouTube. You can give the link there as a supplementary material. So whoever is interested for extra thing, they will go to the supplementary section. There you will find out you have given a video. They will see the video. They will understand it better. But supplementary data is not mandatory. Appendix means appendix is not there here. So, abbreviation. So symbols, list of symbols, nomenclature. Okay. Yeah. That is there. So that will not be supplementary data. That will be part of the journal itself. So that is not a mandatory. What I have written here is mandatory. Sometimes depending on situation, you deviate small. Like you do where we use the appendix to avoid the discontinuity. If you write everything there, what I write, Nusselt number is calculated based on the concept described by XYZ. We evaluated this. वो जो कॉन्सेप्ट जो डिस्क्राइब हुए 2 पेज का, अगर 2 पेज का इधर लिखेंगे तो उसका ध्यान उधर से भटक जाएगा. दैट्स व्हाई व्हाट वी राइट एज गिवन इन अपेंडिक्स 1. और जिसको ज्यादा डिटेल चाहिए वो अपेंडिक्स 1 देखेगा, जिसको डिटेल नहीं चाहिए सीधा ही विल फिनिश इट हियर. So these are the must ones, mandatory to write. Okay. So how to know it is a manuscript is good? If a manuscript will be good, if it is within the scope of the journal. So good means good for this journal. That's why first you go to the website of the journal, aim and scope will be written. You check whether it fits or not. If it does not fit, you modify your content or you change your journal. Okay. So what you do, you will read the aim and scope, and there they will write accepted type of journal. Some journals do not accept review article, and you are submitting a review article. So this is important to know that here they will reject it, because in principle they do not accept it. Whatever may be whether your so they will reject, not because it is a quality less, but because their policy matter. So you should read them thoroughly. And some journals they say it is allowed, but what you have to do, first you write a mail to the editor. Editor will there you give abstract. Editor will say yes or no. If editor says yes, then only you can submit. Editor says no, you cannot submit it. It is their policy matter. Okay. Then readership. For example, I am from mechanical engineering field, and I publish a journal whose main readers are not from mechanical. So that means my paper likely to be not cited more. So in future I will not get good credit. That's why I should not select that journal. So that's why you have to check who are the readership. Then what are the current hot topics? Because journal will always tell, if your topic is not emerging, they will not take it. They will reject it straightforward without looking into the inside. So these things you have to keep in mind. Second thing, you should follow all the guidelines for ethics for publication. What is ethics? No copy paste. Okay. No plagiarism. Do not submit to multiple journals simultaneously. It is unethical. Do not acknowledge somebody not helped. Do not misacknowledgement somebody who helped you. Only write name of the person as co-author who has contributed. Not write of somebody who has not contributed. You are writing them to make them happy. और बॉस को हैप्पी करना है, उसका नाम लिख दो. और दूसरा एग्रीमेंट, तुम्हारा पेपर में मेरा नाम लिखो, मेरा पेपर में तुम्हारा नाम लिखता हो. म्यूचुअल एक्सचेंज ऑफर. That should not be done. So there are different types of author is there. One is called ghost author. One is called guest author. So we will discuss that one later on maybe. Okay. घोस्ट ऑथर मतलब वो ऑथर एग्जिस्ट नहीं करता है, तुम उसका नाम जबरदस्ती घुसा दिया. गेस्ट ऑथर मतलब उसको जबरदस्ती बुला के तुम ऑथर बना रहे हो, उसका कोई कुछ नहीं किया है, रिसर्च नहीं किया है. So again there is a guidelines is there. Who is entitled for a authorship? अगर कोई टाइपिंग कर दिया तुम्हारे लिए तो वो ऑथर नहीं बन सकता है. कोई तुम्हारा इंग्लिश ग्रामर चेक कर दिया तो वो ऑथर नहीं बन सकता है. A person can become author who has contributed technically, not physically. Because typing you can give 5 rupees to him. भाई तुम 5 रुपया ले जाओ, टाइपिंग हो गया. मार्केट में अभी यही रेट चल रहा है. एक पेज का 1 रुपया, 5 पेज 5 rupees. You happy? Do not expect authorship. इंग्लिश ग्रामर ठीक है 20 rupees पर पेज, ठीक है तुम्हारा 100 रुपया हो गया. यू टेक 100 rupees. चलो अभी तुमको ऑथरशिप नहीं दे सकता हूँ. क्लियर? ओके. Then you have to stick guidelines for authors. I told you na, every website you go, guidelines for author will be there. You have to follow it in detail. पूरा ध्यान रख के उसी के हिसाब से जर्नल बनाना है और उसी के हिसाब से सबमिट करना है. Any doubt here? Okay, so now we will go to one page. Let's say You see, this is the main page of this journal, International Journal of Heat Mass Transfer. What it says, you say, publishing option open access. That means they give two options, option A, B. We already discussed what is A, B. So they earlier there was no open access. Now they are giving this option A, B. They want to earn more money. Okay. Then you see guide for authors. So if you are preparing a manuscript, you should open it and you should read this page. Okay. Track your paper means after you submit, you check what is the status. Okay. Order journal means you give order to purchase journal from them. And here this fellow is the editor in chief. Okay. And their editor team. And here you see full aim and scope. What are the topics, etc. they have described here. So you should read aim and scope, then only you should decide whether you will submit here or not. Obviously, he will be the one of the most expertise person in that field. And this is a free of cost service. No money you will get. Editorship. All the every work people do in this line is free of cost. For example, I will do review. I will do free of cost. This fellow will do editor. He will do free of cost. You can ask why he is doing free of cost. Because writing in CV, editor of IJHMT is not a very small thing. In the whole world, there will be thousands of mechanical engineers, faculty, but this fellow only got the opportunity for this journal, and this is one of the reputed journal. So it is a prestige to you. Okay, you cannot ask for salary, then they will kick you out. No, they are running money, but wherever there is money is involved, what will happen? For example, I am a reviewer. So they will say, okay, I will give you 1,000 rupees per review. I will say, ठीक है, आप महीने में ना 500 review भेज देना. Because 500 into 1,000. Okay. How much you will get? 5,000, 55 lakhs. So you will have a 5 lakh extra salary. So you will not devote your time to your work. You will work for review only. So suppose I am getting 1 lakh from NIT Rourkela, I will not do NIT Rourkela work. I will go on doing review at my home only. Because I will get 5 lakh from there. If required, I will quit the job from here. So that's why quality will deteriorate. That's why every service is free of cost here. Then you can ask why they are taking charges, because they are maintaining website and there are people that are there behind. Okay, everything is there. So that's why they are investing some money, and also they are a commercial organization. They are earning money. Okay. So then here you see the importance of this journal. You see here it says site score 10.5, impact factor 5.431, acceptance rate 24%. That means every 100 people submit, they accept 24 people paper and they reject 76 paper. So if your paper is rejected, you should not be very unhappy. It is a common phenomenon. That means if 100 people from NIT submit a paper, only 24 fellows will get acceptance. Remaining will be rejected. The higher the lower the acceptance rate, the more quality the journal is considered. And that bogus journal acceptance rate is 100%. Whoever submits, it will be published. Okay. Review time 6.7 weeks. That means 7 weeks, 49, 50 days. They are saying averagely within 50 days of your submission, you will get the accepted or rejected, whatever may be. Clear? So these are the information helps also to decide whether you should go for. You see, the top readers are from China, US, and India. Because in this topic of heat transfer, these are the 3 countries where lot of people are working. Obviously, if I am not working, why I will read this topic? A farmer will never read this. His interest is in crop. Like that. Okay. Then here they will give something like recent article, most downloaded article. You should be happy if your article comes under most downloaded, because it is attractive topic. That's why people are downloading high. Luckily, my first paper from my MTech, that was one of the top 10 downloaded article for a long time, for 4 months or some time. It was at third or seventh position, I do not remember. Then so many other information will be there here. You can write in your CV, but not so straightforward like that. It depends on, you see, no, they will not give any certificate. No, I am not getting certificate. Oh, there are some options, but I do not think these are so much important. So if I will start collecting certificate, I will not find place at my home. Na? You see, you should not run behind certificates. Rather than certificates should run behind you. That means you should be in a position to issue certificate, not collect certificates. That should be your objective in life. You will write as a reviewer. There are some points. For example, in our NIT promotion policy, and there is few points are there if you are a reviewer. But they know that if they will allow you to collect infinity points, again you will apply your brain how to get infinity reviews. So, आपको total points how much you will say I have 365. Out of 365, how many points? How you achieved? Now 363 points from review and 2 points I got from one publication. So people will do that one. That's why maximum you can collect is 4 points. I do not remember exactly, 3 or 4 points from review. That means if you do 3-4 reviews, you get 3-4 points. Beyond that, there is no what you call extra thing you will get. Only thing is that simple thing. Nowhere any company advertises for the position of a CEO. Always they will advertise for the position of the extreme lower level entry. So you make an entry, then promotion होके next level, promotion next promotion, मतलब entry 1000 enter, उसमें से 100 जॉब चेंज कर दिया सैलरी बढ़ाने के लिए 900 रहते हैं, फिर उसमें से promotion होके 800, like that is goes, and at the top one fellow only reaches. Okay, so here also it happens same thing. If you continuously review their paper, one day they will, and you are a reputed professor, so one day they will offer you the post of editor. Not direct editor, there are associate editor, different positions are there. So you become associate editor, then editor, like that you will do it. As a morning asked somebody how to become a reviewer. There is no procedure there to become a reviewer. You can ask how to get invited for giving a talk. There is no course is there. Nowhere application is invited. It is by virtue of your position only. People may ask you or invite you to give a talk. So that means you have to build your CV such that people will search for your profile, people to invite for a talk. There is no qualification or no institute is offering coaching for that one. Clear? So that's why I said,
Yes.
if you are looking,
Who is running these?
Again, please repeat.
Sir, who is running these publications?
Who is
running these publication house like Sir Elsevier, Taylor and Francis?
Can you write in the chat box? I'm not getting your question. Can you write it in the chat box? So please write your question in the chat box. So I told you, if you give money as the priority in your life, you should never look into academics line. Our BTech students, whatever they earn on day one, in many of the cases is more than the most senior most professor at the after 35 years of serving at the institute. Computer science, there's a 36 lakh per annum package. our director salary will also not be 36 lakh. Okay, but okay. So you think whether you want to give value to money in your life or something else. Whatever our director or I am staying in a quarter, you will never get this type of facility in any of the software companies, be it Google or anything. I am staying in a quarter here in campus where it is a 2-bedroom apartment I am staying now. The floor area, whatever you take, I do not know exactly, but the garden area, I think 10 times more than the floor area. So can you hire a flat in Bangalore or somewhere, a house having a garden size 10 to 20 times of your floor area? Even Shahrukh Khan also do not have, I guess. Okay, so that also you have to convert into CTC because they will tell everything in terms of CTC. They are giving a T that is also included in CTC. Okay, everything they will calculate in CTC. So life is not all about CTC. Life is all about what you like and what you work. Okay. So I have seen many of the students they realize later on that's why whatever suits your personality you take. For example, you like traveling, you should take a marketing job. Do not like traveling, marketing job means horrible. So today you are Delhi, tomorrow you are Bombay, every day you have to take a flight, train, etc. So like that. And in academics, always in terms of physical money, it is less. Uh, have you typed your question? Okay, no. Okay, thank you. So is there any question or will move forward? So here I am opening this guidelines for authors. You see here, a lot of guidelines are there. So you have to read each and everything in detail. Like ethics in publishing is there. Your paper, your way. Submission checklist is there. Before you submit, what you do, how to write keywords. Everything is there. So you should need to read. You need to read it in detail. Okay. And for example, here you go through them, you will find out the details are there here. And if you are first time submitting, you should read it multiple times to understand it. Okay. Everything is given here. Everything is given here. And you see how to write the references, everything is given here. Okay. Then how to make the figures, how to give equation number, how to give figure number, every information is given here. Accordingly, you have to prepare it here. So you see title, it says concise as informative, smallest possible, but it should tell everything about your article. And affiliation, what you will write, if available, write your email. Whether it's for every author or only the corresponding author. Who is the corresponding author? Corresponding author is only one person who will deal with the company. There may be multiple authors, but one author will communicate. Others will remain silent. And nowadays there is a concept called highlights. You will give a one small brief write-up. Highlights means what are the important points, salient features of your research work in the bullet form. Maximum 4 to 5 highlights only in the bullet form. You have to prepare it and you have to upload as a separate file. Then nowadays there is a concept called graphical abstract. That means you will give a figure or a contour plot, etc., which reflects important feature of your research. That is called your graphical abstract. You see here it is written maximum 6 keywords, and you have to use American English. All these journal papers they use American English, and in India we adopt British English. Our English is British English, so that's why you have to use American English. Okay. Then acknowledgement, how you will write down. Formatting, how you will do. Every information is there. You need to just read it properly. Artwork, how to prepare your figures, etc. Every information they have given. You see whether you will create for images, T file, whatever you do, everything is given there here. Figure caption, how you will write down. Tables, how you will write. And many of the things, very simple is what you can do. As I told you yesterday, observe. If you observe, you understand many of the things. Let's say we will take one paper here and then we can understand it. Uh, it is published in two columns. Many journals they are published as a single column, and some journals, many journals they are published as two column. And here in two column, you see this width is 9 centimeter. This width is from here to here. It is 9 centimeter. So that means if you try to just observe here, what is the size of the figure? Because to prepare manuscript, we also need the size of the figures. Here you can see. Here I got one figure. It is in a, the width is less than one column. So what conclusion we can get is, I can have a figure whose width is slightly less than 9. Okay. So he could have made it perfect 9, but never you do perfect 9, you should make slightly less. Again, how much less? There is nothing specific is there. Okay. Then here you can see, here you see there is a one figure which is in the whole one, that is covers the left column, also right column. But the figure you see, this side there is some white space is there, this side also there is some white space is there. So 9 plus 9 is 18 centimeter plus middle 1 centimeter. The middle gap is 1 centimeter. Total is 19 centimeter. But this figure is 15 centimeter width. So it is neither 19 nor 9. It is in between them. It is not one column, not full two column. We can say 1.5 column. Why this fellow has given it intentionally? Because he does not need a very bigger width diagram. He cannot accommodate in 9 also. So he had no other option to make a in between 9 and 19. So it is 15. And here you see, this is a plot, it is 9 only. And this makes a single figure, figure 3. And this is figure 4. Please remember, these two are not single figure. But this is not two figure. Please remember, this is only one figure for number purpose, figure 3. And this is 3A and 3. This is 3B. One figure means one file, one single drawing file. That is called figure. So one file may contain multiple figures there. In that case, you can write A, B, C. So here you see it is already written. A, B is written there. And here what they did, they have kept A and B one below another. They could have taken A and B side by side also. But if they put side by side, it will cover the full width. Or sometimes it will take 1.5, as you have seen there. So here what disadvantage is that this portion and this portion remaining white. So that means it is occupying more space than what it could have been accommodated in a less space. So if you are in a situation, your manuscript is relatively smaller in size compared to the maximum limit, you can think for this type of scenario. So that little bit white space you can use, that helps to represent your manuscript as a little bit longer. Whereas if you are in a situation where you are going to exceed the higher limit, you should try to make it shorter, where instead of placing two figures side by side, you should try to place one below another, so that you will be accommodating same figure in a relatively smaller area, so that your manuscript length will be smaller and you can make your overall manuscript length within the permitted limit. The limit varies from journal to journal. Some journals they do not have any limit, and some journals they have a limit written, but if you cross slightly, does not matter. So they say 12 pages. They say averagely 12 pages. Your can be 13, 14, okay. But some journals are there, they will say the limit is 9 pages or 12 pages, let's say, and you have to pay money for extra page. If you're suppose they say it is 12 pages, and for any additional pages you have to pay $200. That means if your manuscript becomes 12 page, one line, so one line will say again a 13 page will be counted. So for the extra one page you have to pay $200. I experienced this one many occasions. They asked me to pay $200 for extra pages. Okay, but I never paid them. There is an option, you can request them to waive this fee also. So you have to request. How you will request? You have to make some story. So like I told, I am a student and my scholarship is this much only, and we do not have any funding. So I request to kindly waive of this. And $200 for them is not very big amount. But why they have this concept? To demotivate authors not to make longer article. I tried my best to make it small, but I could not manage it. That's why uh, to save money, I cannot cut any information out of the article. This will not be a full article. बीच में गायब हो जाएगा. मतलब आप यू एज्यूम कि शाहरुख खान मूवी में बीच में आधा घंटा रील कटिंग होके जॉइंट कर देंगे. हाउ इट विल बिकम स्टोरी? You cannot understand anything in the story. Clear? So from here, what we conclude is that while preparing your figures, we have three options. One is figure width is maximum 9 centimeter. Second is maximum 15 centimeter. If it is above 9. Third is maximum 19 centimeter. You do not have an option to have more than 19. If your figure width is more than 19, you are in big trouble. You need innovative way to make it a multiple figure. Clear? Okay. Next is, I have already told the structure. Again, we will briefly see here. You see, here your abstract is there. Below the abstract, your keywords will be there. But where is the keywords here? Here it is written the keywords. Okay, it's here it is again 4 keywords. Then you have your introduction. This is recent paper 2022. Where is the check for? Is this one? Check for. I am not able to read it. Check for updates. Actually, sometimes they will have some update in that article maybe. Changes in the author. Suppose some author letter reports ki there is a correction in my name or comma full stop kuch chota mota mistake hoga, they report it. Otherwise, what will happen na? Once you read an article, suppose you find there is a typing mistake that is not detected by the author, not by any of the reviewers. You write to the editor. Editor will write to the author. You verify, is it true or not? Author says, sir, it is true. So there is a small typing mistake. It should be L by 2, but I have made 2L. Then they will update it. So that things they will write down here. After publication. Sometimes they publish something called errata also. Errata. So author can detect error after publication, or by third party people can also detect, but that errata is allowed to a certain extent only. If you just search here na errata, you will get it. Errata and corrigenda in neurosurgical publication and in-depth analysis and inference. You see, so it is a very small one. So you see, a objective, method, a result, conclusion. So this will not consider as your publication. Please remember, this is not counted as a publication. Clear? Okay. Result, sorry.
Sir, I put question in the chat box, sir.
Okay, let me read it. How to start a publishing journal? Okay, actually, this is not a right place to ask. This is a business question. Are you planning for that one?
No, sir. Lots of general is there. Then how in can start? Sir?
You see, publishing journal does not require to attend any of these short-term courses. I think so. Um, you need first lot of money, then you register your as a publishing house, then you need to consult a, uh, mm, professor who is ready to be the editor for your journal, and your publishing house do not have a history, and that professor needs to take the risk to become the editor of a brand new publishing house to be the, because I will say I am editor of a journal. How old is journal? The journal is two days old only. So instead of giving any positive impact on my CV, it will give a negative impact to my CV. So I will never accept proposal like that. So that means you need to approach somebody who is desperately waiting to be an editor. Have you got my answer,
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Mohinder Singh? Okay. Actually, you see, I will
Yes,
tell
sir.
you how it works. First, you need to establish yourself as a publishing house. Publishing house means not publishing journal only, because first you publish books. You establish yourself as a publisher. Then, when you approach people to start journal, people will decide to associate with you in this venture, because if anybody is not getting benefited, why they will join with you? For example, to become an editor, it is free of service, and if I am not getting reputation, obviously I will not opt it. But if you take somebody who do not have any background, you will take him editor. That means instead of getting profit of your journal, you will start losing from the journal. And this kind of journals, what I call them, the bogus journals. Whoever establish specifically to earn money from this business without having a background of publishing house, we call them bogus journal. For example, you see Tata McGraw-Hill. Tata McGraw-Hill is a very reputed publisher, but still they are not publishing any journals. Okay. And Elsevier, their history is more than 100 years old. CRC Press. So they are publishing since long time, and they extended their business from book to your journals. So that's why, since their history is big, people will agree to join their venture. So reputed professors will agree to join them. Again, when you start a new journal, suppose it is a very quality publisher. For example, take the example of Elsevier. They decided to start a new journal. Suppose heat transfer. They will approach me. I am not full desperate, but some desperate. And since I am not a very highly reputed professor in international, let's say I accept their proposal also. I become editor. They launch their website. Now question arises: who will submit the research paper to this journal? Just now I taught you, you should submit to a quality only. And this journal started today morning. Its impact factor you will get after 5 years. It will be not listed as a SCI or ESCI. It will be nowhere listed, even not in Scopus. So who will publish in this journal? I am editor, but I will tell my students do not submit here. So forget about my friend, because I, I am editor, become editor to write in my CV, but I also need to look for my students. If my students will publish in my journal, they will not get their MTech or PhD degree. So this also you have to see. So only people who are desperate to publish, they will only submit to this kind of journals. And if it is a very big publishing house, they will maintain the quality. Actually, I will tell you what is the difference between bogus journal and good journal is the review procedure. Good journals, they will invite good people only to be the reviewer, not anybody to be the reviewer. And bogus journals, first thing they do not do review, and second thing if they do review also, then it will be just for the sake of doing. Somebody will be there, he will keep it for 2 days, then accepted. And to make that person happy, they will write, okay, you change. They will find out 1 or 2 small errors, grammatical errors, done. You are also happy. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So then we will go to the content of this journal here. Errata is reporting any error done in the published work. I have shown you here, na? You see, there was a already publishing work is there. You see, it is written. Some error is there that they have reported, that is published here. You see, simple. You know that this road does not go anywhere. There is a dead end after traveling 30 kilometers. Okay. So if you can put a signboard here that please do not use road, this is also a good work. Otherwise, many people go for 30 kilometers, again they will return back for 30 kilometers. Okay. But you cannot say ki I put the signboard, that's why I should get Nobel Prize or I should get Mahan Admi. Not like that. That's why errata, you should report it because you are a good researcher. You find some error, you should report it. But you will not get any credit for that one. It will not be considered as a your publication, or neither the person's publication also, nobody's publication. Even that there is a third category also. Then I told you short letter or brief communication. These are also one kind of publication, but not given much credit. So if you publish 2 brief communication, you say now give me PhD degree. Nobody will give you. You have some small thing to report. You applied your brain, thought for some time, and you developed it. Let everybody know it. But it is not big enough to be counted as a journal article. So it will be called a short communication. Even there are specified journals are there in the name of short communication. Like in our heat transfer field, there is a journal called International Communications in Heat and Mass Transfer. Originally, they used to receive short communications only, but since they are commercialized fellows, they started receiving many short communications, and later on they said now it become a full-fledged journal. So that name they retain. Whatever smaller ones they write a short communication, and bigger ones they tell it is a full-fledged research article. Any doubt here? Original research paper. No, the rule varies from institute to institute. IITs do not have any rule. I told you, na, to get a PhD degree, in principle, publication is not required. You are getting PhD degree based on your thesis, but to help the reviewer to have a confidence in your thesis, you are giving a quality certification. Yesterday I explained you, if you remember. So publication before submitting thesis is a quality certification to your work. If your work is already published in good journal, means the work is good. So the reviewer will not see it in detail. The reviewer will just try to find out minor errors for the sake of proof that I did a good review. So I will read everything, then I will say there is no error. So what is the meaning? The meaning is either the writer is very perfect without any error, or I have not read at all. And the chances of very perfect is very rare. So that's why what we'll do. Since this fellow have already 5 SCI publication, I am confident. So blindly, without looking details, what I will do, I will search for either where is comma mistake, where is grammar mistake, where is spelling mistake, where is space mistake, this non-technical mistake. These are called. I will try to search. I will identify 10, 15, and I will write down. Oh, page number 2, line number 3, and there is a grammatical. The line is not grammatical correct. Page number 4, line number 3, comma is missing. Page number 5, line number 4, the one day should be there. Like that, I will write 5, 7 comments. I will write down because I know this fellow is already published 5 papers. That means definitely it is good. But it is proved that many of the students, when there was a no rule that publication is required, they submitted thesis without any publication. That means why they did not publish? They have not done good work. But how they manage the getting the degree? The review report good, because the review report will go to a person. You can have a tie-up with the person. You give good to my thesis, I will give good to your thesis. That agreement may be there. So to have that agreement, they say first to publish, then only you will cross this gate. Otherwise, तुमको जाने नहीं देंगे. So in our institute, this rule is new. I think 1 or 2 years back only. So people have passed here without a journal paper also. So they are lucky. So maybe 20 years down the line, the rule may have 5 essay paper. After 100 years, it may be 1000 essay paper also rule may be there. The world is running behind numbers. In olden days, since people were not running behind numbers, people used to do research for long time. That means they will join PhD, na? And the scholarship concept was not limited, it was unlimited. You go on working. And if you go to history, you will find out very interesting. Scientist है, उसका दामाद होगा साइंटिस्ट बी, मतलब वो जो बड़ा बड़ा आदमी है, उसका दामाद होगा साइंटिस्ट सी, या उसका बेटी होगा साइंटिस्ट, लाइक दैट. हाउ कल्चर वाज देयर. जो आपका अच्छा स्टूडेंट है, वो आपका लड़की है, तो उसी के साथ उसका शादी कराएंगे और उसका करियर आप ही बनाएंगे. बिकॉज प्रोफेसर हैज अ लॉट ऑफ पावर, ही कैन बिल्ड द. तो अगर आपका बेटी है, इन इंडियन कल्चर वी लुक फॉर कैस्ट, अगर कैस्ट भी मैच करता है तो ये तो सबसे सुटेबल पर्सन, और कहीं बाहर ढूंढना ही नहीं है. और उसको इनडायरेक्टली बोल देना है, जब तक हमारी बेटी से शादी नहीं करेंगे तुमको पास नहीं करेंगे. वो जसपाल भट्टी कॉमेडी यू मस्ट हैव सीन. If not, you do the Google. So this is some kind of reality. It happens somewhere also. Okay. So if you go to past, this is happened in most of the reputed scientists. They married to their supervisor's daughter. No, PhD it is 2 times. One is called full-time PhD, one is called part-time PhD. Full-time means you are not doing any other job. Your only job is research as a PhD student. That is called full-time. You cannot do any other job. Part-time means you are working somewhere. In extra time, you join for the PhD. Like in NITR, our executive PhD is a part-time PhD program. So if somebody completes this executive PhD from NIT Rourkela, this will be called a part-time PhD program. And NIT Rourkela, when they hire faculties, they write that part-time PhD is not allowed. That means whoever done part-time PhD from NIT Rourkela or any other place, they cannot apply to NIT Rourkela for faculty position. And logically, if you compare a full-time and part-time PhD is a less qualitative because he has given less time. But sometimes it may happen, it is not linked with quality with time. In small time also you can do very good quality work because it is nature of the work also. Or maybe that fellow might be very brilliant also. But since he has not devoted full, so what is the logic of not accepting part-time students is that the PhD program is nothing but a training program in building a future faculty member. Because tomorrow he is going to do the same job. For example, whoever helping me here, my students in organizing the short-term course, if they have observed it thoroughly, they understand कि sir क्या कर रहे हैं, how they are planning, कितने महीने पहले short-term course के लिए planning करते हैं, okay, on during short-term course what they do. So this is experience. This is not taught in any textbook. If they work with me for short-term course, tomorrow when they become faculty, they can organize it independently. अदरवाइज फिर सुपरवाइजर को फोन लगाना पड़ेगा कि सर शॉर्ट टर्म कोर्स करने का इच्छा है, कैसे करना है, वो बोलेगा फिर से आप पीएचडी में ज्वाइन करो, फिर हो जाएगा. ओके, सो मेनी ऑफ द थिंग्स यू हैव टू वर्क इन पीएचडी व्हिच लॉजिकली नॉट योर वर्क ऑफिशियली. Clear? For example, whenever I will share one my experience. My first MTech coursework last exam day, I was appearing my exam, and I realized that somebody was standing besides me. After some time, when I saw like this, I found that my MTech supervisor is there. Supervisor means I have not started the journey of MTech thesis because I'm still in first year. Supervisor allotted. So then he told me it was the last exam. So he was expecting after exam I will go home. So he was expecting, he asked me, when are you going home and when you will come? He planned that he will give some assignment to me. I said, sir, I am not going. I am staying here only. He said, okay, you meet me tomorrow. Then I went to meet him. Then he gave me one printout, 8 to 10 pages printout. Then he said, you read it. There are some intermediate mathematical steps are there. You derive them and you come. It took me 2 days time to find out the intermediate mathematical steps. I completed, and I met and I went to meet him. And that time he was the chairman of gate or JE something. So I went to that cell. That cell will have a highly secured zone. With they will not allow you. So when I told that my supervisor is there, please tell them. Then they allowed me to enter inside there, and I was happy that I did a great work. Okay. And when I met him, he told, have you done it? I said, yes, sir, I have done it. And then, okay, you put it in the dustbin, he said. It was a review paper to me. I just gave you like that only, he told. That means he was just testing me whether I am able to understand from this or not. And sometimes some faculties, when they get a review paper, they will give this to their students. The students will find out the errors, and the students will give it to the faculty. Faculty will prepare a report, and faculty will submit. So it is unofficial, I am saying, but this is a practice. We can say this is also nothing but a training for the students. How to review a paper. So everything you get by experience. So PhD is nothing but a training program, because in India, today you complete PhD, tomorrow you get an appointment. In that appointment, there is no training is there. From day one, your job starts. From day one, you join at 9, from 9-1, your job responsibility starts. So there is no training. So how you will do? In corporates, they give a training, what to do. Here there is no training. So training already you did, because of which only you can start it. So being a student, if you are planning to be in academics, you should observe everything in everyday life here. Tea break, tea asila to. Okay, so now we'll take a 5 minutes break for tea, and after that we will continue here.
Sir, one question I put in the chat box, sir.
Okay, just I'm checking. Okay, a lot of time you are getting calls for chapters for the book series. I think most of the cases they are bogus chapters only, bogus books only. I also receive so many calls. Uh, Simple thing, never you should target for book chapters in life. You should target for your own book in life. And mm, if you want to planning for writing a book, I do not know actually official value. My experience, I'm saying. Here I am teaching since 2012 April, so it is slightly more than 10 years. I am teaching one subject called computational fluid dynamics since last 10 years here, and probably more than 14 times, because in every year I teach once only, but earlier I was teaching to BTech also for 3-4 years. So around 14 years I taught it. In my YouTube channel, you will also find out full set of videos are also there. I have recorded it. I am planning to write it. Well, it is in the planning stage only. Okay. Whereas people are there, they write book within 2 months also. So the difference is that if you observe the book written by our so-called Indian publishers, Khurmi Gupta from mechanical people will understand. Modi said fluid mechanics type. Okay, these are meant for our students from examination point of view, not for clearing your fundamentals. To write a book, one professor or faculty needs his whole life. If you teach for minimum 10-15 years, probably your concept will be clear. I told you now, I am teaching this subject since last 10 years. I was introduced to this subject in the year 2004. Okay, 2005 January to April session. Recently also last month I organized a short-term course. Around more than 100 participants were also there. Still I think I know only 1% or less than 1% of whole knowledge in CFD. Okay. And another subject, power plant engineering, which is one of my favorite subject. I used to teach to BTech students. For 2 years back, I stopped teaching them, and because I was overloaded, and we have some new faculty, so I donated the subject. And I have also videos on YouTube on that subject. And why it is favorite? Because during my BTech summer training, once I was doing my summer training in a paper mill, paper industry, paper factory, paper manufacturing, they have their own thermal power plant is there. So that contains a boiler. And my senior batch, 2, 3, previous batch, one senior was there working there. And I was introducing him. So he one day told that, today our boiler is in maintenance. I am going inside the boiler. I will take you also inside to have a experience. So I have a real life experience seeing boiler, everything. So that's why today also I am able to see them if I think for some time. Because of which whatever again I read textbook, it becomes very clear. I was approached by a publisher, uh, I think in 2014 only. He met me. He said, "Are you ready to write a book?" I said, "I am ready to write a book." Then he gave me something. Okay, sir, you write these things. Okay, I will write it. Then he will call every 2 months. Sir, kitna book likh liya? Oh, after some time, now I found it is irritating. I said, I have my own rate of writing. If you expect writing at your own rate, please forget it. Do not call me. Then after 1 year, he stopped calling me. And still I have not written that book. So I have every material in the form of PPT, and limited pages I have typed, maybe 50-60 pages. So that means to write a book which is really helpful for the society, you need your full, what you say, lifetime effort is required. So you should be in a position to write only one book in your whole life, which is acceptable very popularly, rather than writing 20, 30, what we can call altu faltu books. So my suggestion will be, never run behind numbers. Every day you get calls from many people to write book chapters. If you are really expert in that field, then only you should accept the offers. Otherwise, you should not accept the offer, because You create, for example, you see only one masterpiece Taj Mahal. People across the world are coming to see it. But there are so many temples or monuments are there in India. The foreigners are not coming to see every monument because it is a masterpiece. So you should try to create your masterpiece of textbook. So, for example, suppose book chapter, you write book chapter, for example, in morning I have shown you advances in heat transfer series in our mechanical field. Mechanical thermal, if you write a book chapter in advances in heat transfer means you are great. So that level of work you should accept. Otherwise, you should not accept any of these ones. Okay, thank you. So now you can take the break.
Thank you, sir.